Alright, so this is my cover page over infancy and toddlerhood. There's some pictures of a toddler and a baby on the cover, so that kind of just like sets the mood. But the topic I'm going to go over today is going to be physical development. There's some factors in physical development like gross and fine motor skills. There's a difference. Gross and motor development is basically where a children establish their center of gravity. So as a child gets older, they're able to develop like more use of their muscles. So when a baby learns to sit up or learns to walk, that's a factor. And over time, when they learn new skills, they can learn how to do new things based off those previous skills. Fine motor skills are different. So fine motor skills are basically control of their hands and fingers. It's like small tasks. Like in the picture, they're putting together pool noodles. I don't know what they're putting together, but that's an example. And there's some other examples at the bottom. Skeletal growth. So skeletal growth obviously has to do with the height of the child. So the most important age range of height that children gain are from 2 to 6. But another thing is when a baby's born, they're filled with cartilage. So over time when they get their height, their bone is also hardening from the cartilage. And another factor that's really cool is a child's teeth can show their developmentally. So girls are developmentally ahead of boys typically. So a girl's baby teeth will probably fall out before a boy's. But it also has to do with like nutrition and all that. So that's maybe a later slide. Brain development is also really important. So when you're an infant, you learn to develop skills like attention, memory, language, thinking. These are from the textbook. But your brain develops from infant to toddler through the cerebral cortex, which is a very important part of your brain, which holds all like the intelligence that you have and how you remember things, and basically whatever time it does over time is it grows. It gets bigger because it's filled with more knowledge. Hormones, growth hormones. I'm only going to go over the first top, but growth hormones obviously helps a child grow, so you kind of need that. Another factor is you can base a child's height from a young age between how tall their parents are. So roughly around the height that they are, the child most likely will be. But it's kind of just like an educated guess. Nutrition is a big thing. So from a baby and infant, nutrition is obviously really important because that's what helps it grow. A baby needs milk, and then as a child gets older, you have to feed it actual food. And that is how eating good, healthy food keeps, children in good weight and good health. But if you feed child bad food, they can become obese and have all kinds of other problems. Next is drawing. So drawing, you can basically cognitively guess where a child's at with their fine motor skills. So basically the difference, an infant or toddler might just scribble rather than a 6-year-old might be drawing full-on pictures of people. But there's some examples of drawing basically 2 age ranges. So 2, and then would be the house, 2 years old, and then the people would probably be around 6 years old. Also, another thing is cultural influence impact motor development. So based off a culture of a child, it can also be a factor of development based on where they are from. So cultures like Asian have like a drawing background. So they might learn how to draw basic skills at a younger age than what is typically known for, if that makes sense. So they might, with things like that, they'll get ahead developmentally, but that's pretty much it. And then the last thing is, in conclusion, all this, if you have a cultural background with more of a drawing art back, it can make a child develop more motor skills that tend to come at a later age. So that's kind of like if you teach babies young, like ASL, they're more likely to learn it faster.